Well, there's a reason why I don't teach PE and why I teach English. I reckon I'll be a lot more confident talking to you about chapters 21 to 27 of the Hunger Games than I was shooting hoops. In chapter 21, feasts always result in fatalities. Katniss leaves Peeta recovering in a cave to grab the District 12 backpack. Katniss is drawn to a battle with several careers at the backpack feast, and only a repayment of an earlier favour makes her not get killed. In chapter 22, Katniss made it back to her cave for a long and dreamy sleep. This time, Peeta looks after her. Some minor supplies rain down, and then when they stage a romantic kiss, a feast of lamb stew and vegetables parachutes into their lives. In chapter 23, still in the cave, Katniss and Peeta eat their feast slowly so as not to become sick. They have a bit of a joking around about Effie and Haymitch, but come to realise that having to coach so many children only to watch them die in the games has made Haymitch an alcoholic. Eventually, they run out of food and have to go hunting. After briefly being parted, Peeta and Katniss reunite with some basic foods and find Foxface dead. Moving on to chapter 24, Katniss and Peeta stumble upon the idea of using berries to poison the remaining careers, just like Foxface. They retreat back to the cave. Romance for the careers continues. Next day, it's warm and they need water. While hunting and getting water at the lake, Cato runs at high speed right through them. Chapter 25, The Mutations. Mutant wolves with earlier tributes mixed in together chase Katniss, Peeta and Cato all the way to the cornucopia. They climb it with wolves growling down below. Peeta and Cato are locked in a fight, and Katniss saves Peeta by shooting an arrow into Cato. A rule change for only one winner is announced, so Peeta and Katniss attempt to eat poison berries together. The game makers declare them both winners after all. The penultimate chapter, second last, chapter 26, Katniss and Peeta are conveyed out of the area and given refreshments and brought back to health and style by their support crew. And lucky last, in chapter 27, this is a round of television interviews and official meetings then takes place. The Katniss is terrified of saying the wrong thing at her official engagements. She's also terrified of being punished for what she did in the games. Peeta and Katniss make it back to District 12 alive and with a great image. So there you go, a great success. A success for Peeta, a success for Katniss. After a very challenging time in the Hunger Games, they've made it through. The audience loves them, and that's the end of the story. What an uplifting story of challenge finally overcome. Do you think I can do the same with my basketball?